Okay guys, hello and welcome to my latest little Hot Toys review. A little bit of a backdated, little bit of a retro review this time. It's going to be of the Hot Toys T-1000 figure from Terminator 2 obviously, and this figure, as I say, it's a bit of a retro backdated figure review. This figure's been out since around about 2010. And that's when I happened to pick him up. As you can see, I've got two figures made up, which is made possible with this figure because he came with like a shed load of stuff and all that, kind of like two separate outfits with the cop boots, the motorcycle boots and trousers, the jacket and the shirt. You actually don't get a second shirt, so you'd have to get that separately, and you'd have to get another utility belt and whatnot. But there are like the basic things in the box to make up the two figures. As I say, you've just got to get like the extra parts and all that. And then, so there's the slip cover off, and as you can see, there's quite a few of the accessories still in there. I have bought separate bits to make up like separate figures. I've actually got another T-1000 with the donut head eye. You get that head sculpt with the Sarah Connor in Disguise figure, I think, but he's not being displayed here at the moment. But yeah, so there's just a slip cover off. There's the insides. I think is boots and jacket and other trousers were housed there. There's the holding his weapons and the stuff that goes on his utility belt and all that. I can't remember if he wears his utility belt from the get-go. There's this long spike. It's sort of like when his arm turns into the long spike in 2-2. He's also got the grappling hands. He's got the pointy finger there, and various other fingers as well, other hands for making up different poses and stuff like that. There's another sculpt that you get. It's a split head sculpt. Quite a nice sculpt and all that. I just haven't chosen to use it, so I'll just get a few of the accessories out and put them down. So there's a little clamshell holder for like his guns and or walkie-talkie, all the stuff goes in his utility belt, and the MP5, which is a little machine gun that he uses. So that's all nice. As I say, he comes out of the box looking like this, like the standard T-1000, and yeah, that's a nice look to rock. Obviously, classic look of him. Just got him in the wagging finger pose, which he does quite near the end. To Sarah Connor, I think it is. There's just a couple more of the these just slip on like hands do, and you'd slip it over there, and then as you can see, the colour would match up with the colour of his jacket, so it would just all go into one. And so you can recreate the scene where he's seen applying the lift open in the mental hospital, or where he clings onto the back of the car, so trying to escape the T-1000. So they're all nice. I don't choose to pose him like that though. It's actually got a broken wrist joint on it, but not to worry. This is a little pointing finger. Like if you were to drop that on its point, say, it'd probably damage quite easily, but I haven't. I don't think I've posed my T-1000 with this at all, really. It is obviously from a part in the movie where he pokes, I think it's one of the security guards in the eye, who he's imitating. But as I say, I haven't used that. And then you get the bullet holes that are just attached to his the bullet marks, just attach via magnets onto the body, which is a metal plate on it, which is a neat idea. So that achieves that effect there, obviously, of the bullet wounds. And yeah, really a classy figure that you get a shitload of stuff with, and sculpts amongst some of the best. I mean, it could be improved and stuff like that, but for a figure that's 4 years old, you know, they could probably do a better kind of like likeness now of Robert Patrick and all that. But you know, when it came out, it was really superb, and you know, even now, I mean, you can't really complain with the sculpt and all that. As I say, that's my favourite look, actually, the biker look with the shades that fit his face so well. You know, like they really cling to his face there, and the helmet, which comes in 2 parts. You just click it together. And yeah, so I've just got him. That's actually the wagging finger, but it works good as a pointing finger as well. So I've just made this like pose up, just standing there with his weight on one leg and then just pointing. I think it looks pretty cool and stuff like that. Focus is a bit, yeah. So yeah, a really you know, epic figure and all that. And as I say, I've had it in my collection for about 4 years now, almost the entirety of my collecting Hot Toys, and it is certainly a figure that if you're into your Terminator line and all that, it's a must get figure. I know Entebbe made a quarter scale version of this figure, but I doubt whether Hot Toys will revisit it. I mean, they do pretty well to you know, do a better figure than this. I mean, if they hadn't released the cop outfit stuff, then maybe they could have gone down that road of releasing a cop figure outfit, but because that came in the box anyway, it's probably not much need. So figure is still relatively cheap on the aftermarket. It was really cheap for a long time. I think they produced quite a few of these figures, and a lot were hanging about for a while, but now obviously because they've been out for 4 years, they've appreciated in value and stuff like that. So even like second hand, I got this direct from a retailer like 4 years ago because it was basically new, but now you're probably going to have to get them on the aftermarket because they have been out some time. And looking at eBay, about £250, you might be able to get one for a little bit less, but that's kind of like the going rate for this figure. And you know, you won't be disappointed because it does come with a shed load of goodies, and I'll say almost stuff to make up completely a second figure, like the cop guy and all that. So yeah, really great figure, and yeah, if you can pick him up, I'd certainly go for it. I'll just get my DX13 Arnie figure, and put them side by side for a contrast, because I think they got the scale and the height right on this guy. Because Robert Patrick, I don't know, is about maybe 5'10", quite a slender guy, especially compared to Arnie back in the early 90s. So I'll just get him down and show you the comparison of those two. So yeah, so there's just my DX13 on the right, obviously, and just got him sporting the ultra battle damage look and the steel mill at the end, holding the spike, which the T-1000 sticks in his back. And as you can see, there's the height and kind of like mass difference of the two figures. Big bulky Arnie, and then the quite slender T-1000, as played by Robert Patrick. So yeah, certainly a top figure to be thinking about getting if you haven't already got him in your collection. And as I say, probably the only problem with this figure is once you get one, you'll have to make up a second figure. Well, you won't have to, but it's kind of like the figure to kind of like kit bash together another figure, and you might have to go down the road of getting extra parts, and that's quite tricky for this figure now, because once these figures have been out quite a long time, you can still get them on the aftermarket, but picking up the extras like the gun and another set of trousers or the utility belt or something like that is quite tricky. So you could get like a generic jacket or whatever and stuff not actually that came with the figure. But as I say, I do find that is quite a tricky part of you know, getting backdated figures and stuff like that. It's not actually picking up the figure you know, completely boxed and all that. It's getting the extras and stuff like that, which you know, they kind of like seem to sell out of after a few years, and it's next to impossible to get on the aftermarket. They do occasionally pop up, you know, on eBay and all that and whatnot, but as I say, that is the tricky part of it. But if you just want to get the standard figure, as I say, they are still available, but you're probably going to be picking up a second-hand one, because as I say, this figure has been out for nearly 5 years now. So yeah, thanks for watching that, guys. Hope you appreciate the figure like as much as I do and all that, and yeah, hopefully I'll be getting a certain heavy armoured cop in the next week or so. So I'll see if I can shoot up a review of that guy, and yeah, just keep that hush hush, because it's a little bit of a controversial figure and all that, from what you collectors might know. So yeah, thanks for watching that, guys, and yeah, see you next time.